Formerly, there was a great rishi called Sthulakesha, possessed of ascetic power and learning, and kindly disposed towards all creatures. At that time, O Brahmana sage, Vishwavasu, the king of Gandharva, it is said, had intimacy with Menaka Apsara, and the Apsara Menaka, O thou of Bhrigu race, when her time was come, brought forth an infant near the hermitage of Sthulakesha, and dropping the newborn infant on the banks of the river, O Brahmana, Menaka Apsara, being destitute of pity and shame, went away. And the Rishi Sthulakesha, of great ascetic power, discovered the infant lying forsaken in a lonely part of the riverside, and he perceived that it was a female child, bright as the offspring of an immortal and blazing, as it were, with beauty. And the great Brahmana Sthulakesha, the first of Munis, seeing that female child, and filled with compassion, took it up and reared it. And the lovely child grew up in his holy habitation, the noble minded and blessed Rishi Sthulakesha, performing in due succession all the ceremonies, beginning with that at birth, as ordained by the Shastras. And because she surpassed all women in goodness, beauty, and in every quality, the great Rishi called her by the name of Pramaḍvarā. And the pious Ruru, having seen Pramaḍvarā in the hermitage of Sthulakesha, became one whose heart was pierced by the Deva of love. And Ruru, by means of his companions, made his father Pramati, the son of Bhrigu, acquainted with his passion. And Pramati demanded her of far famed Sthulakesha for his son. And her foster father betrothed the virgin Pramaḍvarā to Ruru, fixing the nuptials for the day when the star Bhagdaivata would be ascendant. Then, within a few days of the time fixed for the nuptials, the beautiful virgin, while at play with companions, her time having come, impelled by fate, trod upon a serpent, which she did not perceive, as it lay in coil. And the reptile, urged to execute the will of fate, violently darted its envenomed fangs into the body of the heedless maiden, and stung by that serpent, she instantly dropped senseless on the ground. Her color faded, and all the graces of her person went off, and with dishevelled hair she became the spectacle of woe to her companions and friends. And she, who was so agreeable to behold, became on her death what was too painful to look at. And the girl of slender waist, lying on the ground like one asleep, being overcome with the poison of snake, once more became more beautiful than in life. And her foster father and the other holy ascetics who were there all saw her lying motionless upon the ground with the splendor of a lotus. And then there came many noted Brahmanas filled with compassion, and they sat around her. And Swastyatraya, Mahajanu, Kushika, Shankhamekhala, Uddalaka, Katha, and Shweta of great renown, Bharadwaja, Karnakutsya, Ashtrishena, Gautama, Pramati and Pramati's son Ruru, and other inhabitants of the forest came there. And when they saw the maiden lying dead on the ground, overcome with the poison of reptile that had bitten her, they all wept, filled with compassion. But Ruru, mortified beyond measure, retired from the scene. So ends the eighth section of the Paloma Parva of the Āḍi Parva of the blessed Mahabharata.